Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. Today is a beautiful day out, nice and sunny out. Although I didn't get a chance to listen to the news this morning, so I'm going to go to my virtual assistant, Cortana, and I'm going to ask her what the weather's like. So let's do that. Okay. Let me go find out what the weather is, and then we're going to jump to the eBay news. Let me go ask Cortana first. Let me just say hello to her first. Hi, Cortana.
Hi there.
Cortana, what's the weather for New York?
Right now, it's sunny and 79 in New York. The forecast shows partly sunny skies with a high of 80 and a low of 61.
Thank you.
No problem.
This story goes on. For those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URL and tell you where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you if you like to pick up where I left off. And for those who are new, or if you just hit this channel, the whole purpose of my YouTube channel, folks, is to help, inspire, and share, and to give information out there that deals with online reselling. And as a vlogger, I will be putting out different content on different topics and concerns and issues that I may experience, and I want to share with you guys. So I hope you will like my content I put out. You'll like it, subscribe, and also hit that bell notification icon if you do like the content I put out. But anyway, the first story, and it's going to be basically, you can see all the windows up here open up. They're all going to be from the same company outside the last one. That's from eBay. It's going to be coming from e-commerce bytes. Let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. This story came out today, May 27, 2019. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking over here today's day. This is the latest stuff, folks. Anytime you want to be updated, if you do check in with e-commerce bytes, always check up here the latest date, and you'll see the latest news that's coming out. Anyway, this story came out yesterday, May 26, 2019. eBay denies throttling seller offers. It goes on to say here, eBay denied throttling sellers' ability to send offers to interested buyers, a feature it offers that may be useful, many find useful. I myself had used it, and I will say this though, there were a couple of instances where I did get a response from them. I made a sales, and there was a couple of them that I didn't get any. So it's all a hit and miss, but keep that in mind. But it's still not a bad little thing that they offer. It says, Going further here, it says, during the recent eBay weekly chat, a seller said they would like to use the feature more, but for some reason eBay is throttling my efforts. The seller actually tracked how many times this occurred over the last 14 days. 82% to 99% of my watched listings are not eligible to send offers. An eBay moderator, Trenton, responded, stating that it was likely due to the buyers having to set their preferences so they do not receive offers. Now that's a possibility, okay? I mean, that would stand to reason if maybe they didn't configure their setup there in eBay properly. So that's a possibility. And then it goes on to say, though he also offered to take a look at the specific examples from the seller. And then it goes on to say, if the buyers who are watching the item have elected to not receive these kinds of offers, then you won't be able to send offers on those items. While the listing may be eligible, the watchers are not. So it will return an error message when attempting to send an offer. And then it goes on to say here, in response to the questions about the preference, Trenton explained you can make changes to what promotions you would like to receive by going to my eBay summary communication preferences. All right. Now there's a little more to read here. I'm not going to get too much. Well, it's not that much, but I don't want to get too much into it because, like I said, I would like to keep this short. I got some other windows I want to expand on. But if you guys are experiencing any problem like this here, you could also contact eBay and let them know. Say, hey, what's going on here? You guys came out with a program where if you have watches looking at your, looking at your items, you're able to send them offers, and for some reason it's not working. See what they tell you. It's probably gonna, it might be saying the same thing with this gentleman's saying here. Whoever, well, whatever, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but it could be that maybe they turned that feature off where they don't want to be, they don't want to receive offers or whatever, So check in with that, and see. So far, it's worked for me. Like I said, I only had two. I made 2 sales with that there. I mean, wow, people say, wow, 2 sales, but well, it was better than making no sales, right? But the other, I did it with 2, and then I did it with 2 others, and the 2 I got, and then there was 2 I got no response from the buyers. Okay. I don't know, and they didn't respond back to me to rebuttal, like, saying, hey, could you go down any lower? So they didn't make any additional offers, so therefore I didn't interact with them as well. So if you want to look into this story here, or check into this here, you could read the story. It's eBay denies throttling sellers' offers. It came out May 26, 2019. All right. You know the URL, and you know where I'm getting the information from, so keep that in mind. Let's move right along. Robots and self-driving vans could deliver your items. Whew, I don't know if I would like that. I don't like the idea of those self-driving cars and vans. Not for me. Anyway, this came out May 24, 2019. It goes on to say, would you trust a robot in a self-driving vehicle to deliver your packages all the way to the buyer's front doors? Me personally, absolutely, positively not. Ford Motor Company believes that pairing of robots and autonomous vehicles can solve the challenge of the last mile delivery for the e-commerce industry. Now, whenever you see these dark blue like this here, shaded like this here, these are active hyperlinks. If you click it on, you could read it. Okay, it says in a blog post this week, Ford wrote, and you could read about what Ford's talking about there. I'm not going to get too much into that there. I guess that's oh, look at this. I didn't get a chance to see this. Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. This world, to this day and age, everything's becoming so automated. We're going to, you remember that movie there, Terminator? I think it was. Was that there, Terminator? Yeah, I think it was on with Arnold Schwarzenegger with the robots taking over. I could see that happening. Seriously. I mean, they're going to start driving vans, or well, not them, but they're going to start delivering packages. What does that say for the for the UPS guys and the FedEx guys? And how about the people that just started those Amazon businesses? You hear about those Amazon businesses? You could lease out an Amazon vehicle, whatever. I think if you put 10,000 on, you could be in an Amazon, have your own Amazon business. Well, basically you're a subcontractor, but that's what it reminds me of looking at this here, But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to expand too much on this here. Let's see here. I'll just read a little over here, and then we're going to go into the next one. It says, one-click shopping and perks like a 2-day delivery are extremely convenient, but they are taking a toll on our cities and neighborhoods. The U.S. Postal Service has delivered more than 6 billion packages in 2018, or double the volume it was handling about 10 years ago. It says over here, to help address the issue, Ford is teaming up with the Agility Robotics to explore a brand new frontier in the world of autonomy and a new way of thinking about how we make deliveries. Wow. You guys could read the rest of the story. I tell you the truth, I don't mind automation, but something? The only time I do have a problem with it, and this is my own personal take on it, is when it starts taking jobs away. Okay? No, seriously. I mean, I know it's probably, this is probably far off in the future going on here because, they got to perfect it. They got to see if it's going to work. And I'm not crazy about, autonomous vehicles driving themselves and stuff like that. Computers, as we all know, they have glitches and, they can, there's always something going on with computers. I've been in the IT field for many years, working in mainframe, and, especially when you do software, hardware integration or upgrades, that's when usually problems could happen in some cases. I know I've seen it. I was in a mainframe environment, and whenever there was any updates and software updates, whatever application programs, there was always some kind of issues going on with it. So I mean, it's a computer. I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, you got to expect that. It's a computer. Everything has problems. Look at that problem with Boeing. Was it a 737s? It was. That's the time Trump grounded those planes because they didn't have a software update on them. I think that's what they were blaming, that accident that killed all those people. I don't know what plane. I don't know what airline it was. I figured offhand, folks. But I remember reading the story. Very sad. Very sad. But yeah, that's what this world's coming to. That's we're becoming too automated. The more you keep implementing things of this nature. Look at for example, what do you call it? Amazon. They got like these little pods that run around there and make pick up stuff and packages and stuff like that, and you put it on there to help I guess expedite the delivery and stuff like that. These robotic things they're using, and what's the sense? So if you get somebody like company like Amazon saying, well, they're hiring so many thousands of workers, but how many are they laying off after they get these robots to replace them? So to me, I'm not really crazy about when it comes to technology in that respect. Not when it starts taking jobs away. I'm sorry. And people may say they beg the difference. Say, well, yeah, but if you got to think of it this way, it creates jobs because the people who's creating the robots, they're the ones they're gonna have jobs, and the people that code them and put the programming in them and stuff like that, that's good for them. But what about all the others? You're gonna tell me that all these other people that just got laid off from work that's gonna do anything for them? Give me a break. I'm not really crazy about it. I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, robots are nice and stuff like that. I like the robot Lost in Space. Remember that series that came out back in the 60s or 70s? That's about the only robot I like. But the ones of 2019, I'm not crazy about that technology. But anyway, let's move right along, folks. You can read the story. You know where it's coming from. Let's see here. Next one here. Are marketplace equipped to deal with sales tax laws? Story came out May 26, 2019. Somebody's writing into Ina. For those who know, Ina Steiner is the owner of e-commercebytes.com. So that's who this is. Probably a seller or a buyer. Well, let's see. I didn't get a chance to read it. It's very short, so let's read this here. Dear Ina, you might want to see this to see if this is becoming an issue on eBay. A friend recently purchased an item on eBay, and when he received it, it wasn't what he expected, so he returned it. He got his refund from PayPal for the purchase price, but not the NJ sales tax that was charged on the purchase, collected separately by eBay. My friend is now having troubles getting the sales tax refunded. Have you seen anything like this elsewhere? Now, this is news to me. I'm in New York. I haven't had any sales in New Jersey in a while, not that I recall. As far as I know, I thought eBay was going to be taking care of the sales tax. I was watching somebody on Fridays that puts out YouTube videos was talking about that they're going to be that eBay is going to be taking care of the collecting taxes in certain states that are, I guess, that joined in the bandwagon, so to speak. They're going to be taking care of it. So from what this person was telling me, now they don't work for eBay. This is just their own assumption that basically the sellers on eBay don't have to worry about on eBay don't have to worry about collecting taxes because eBay was going to take care of it. That's the way I understand it. Unless I misinterpreted him, that's the way I understood it to be. So I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, that's going to be a lot of work for eBay because, like I said, with 26 million active sellers on eBay, then again with automation, I'm sure they could work something out. Work something out with that there where that can be modified to for eBay to collect the sales tax and remit it to the proper jurisdiction in that particular state. However, in this case here, I don't know. If I was that person, I would definitely contact eBay and find out, hey, what's the deal here? The person bought an item, they sent it back. Am I out of the sales tax or what? I mean, I don't know how that's going to work. It's the first time I'm reading about it, and hearing about it right now. So let me know what you guys think, okay? That's kind of crazy, but that's something else to put on the punch list, right? Let's move right along here. Okay, eBay shipping label glitch leads to fake data. Now, let me tell you, folks, I just want to give you guys a heads up. I didn't get a chance to go over these here. When I get these Google alerts, they come in my email, my inbox, and I basically will click on this particular site, which I really like a lot because e-commerce bytes really gives it straight news. I love it. I mean, this is one of my favorites. Tame Bay is another one, but this is my favorite. If you see like you say, oh, this guy seems like he's surprised. No, I don't get a chance to read everything because, folks, to be honest with you, I read it as I go along, just like what you guys are getting the first-hand information. That's how when I'm reading it, I'm getting first-hand information just like you're getting it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why if you see me sound surprised with certain things, just understand that's the reason why. All right. But anyway, we already read the title here, so let's go read a little more in the story. Somebody wrote into Ina again. Dear Ina, I always had 100% on-time tracking uploaded and scanned on eBay for at least the last 3 years. I've noticed the last 2 weeks didn't register with the eBay gods. Oh, jeez. I researched. Then it goes. I researched these and discovered I canceled the label as I chose more inexpensive label than I should have and created a newer, cheaper label. So if you look at the tracking, it shows multiple packages. The first with nothing, no scam because I canceled it. The second with an accurate on-time USPS scan and a delivery on time. So I now have 99.17% according to eBay. Well, I'll call eBay, and they tell me that they can't do anything about it as not below the 95% threshold. I tell them that I work hard with the 1-day shipping and I want these to be corrected. She says no can do. I say make believe I'm at 93% and fix it, along with how lazy eBay is to correct things like this. So basically I lost 30 minutes out of my life and I will never get back from these lazy, you see here, John. Well, you know something? Yeah, that could be a problem like that. I understand. I felt like that too. You know, I don't know how this person, you know, sometimes when people write and how they talk, you know, off camera, so to speak, it's just like a person like myself. It's two different things. Now, I always say when I used to contact the eBay, you know, they call them concierge or whatever. I call them eBay teammates, which I believe they like to be called. You know, as an old saying, you catch more flies, you catch more bees with honey. Flies, you catch more bees with honey. It's how you speak to people, you know. Now, the times I had issues with eBay, and I'm not an advocate for eBay. I mean, although eBay does think like that, because I remember in the past I called them up and I told them that, not that I should have, I wasn't boasting or bragging about it. I was telling like the people, you know, the eBay teammates over there that, you know, when I do my videos, they know I do videos. At least I believe it. At least those people do. I don't think eBay does. If they do, fine. That I always try, you know, and not always, but in some cases, I will, if the topic comes up about contacting the eBay teammates, I told them, I said, I always tell people, you know, to go basically be, you know, use diplomacy and be easy on them because they're like the foot soldiers. They get all the dirty end of the work, you know. They get the dirty end of the work, so to speak, you know. And they're not the, you know, the echelon, the higher echelons there, the upper management. They're not dealing with these people deal with. I know because when I was in the IT field, I had to deal with a lot of arrogant and nasty users, or they call the programmers users, calling up, barraging you with, you know, with name calling, cursing, not at me, but just cursing in general. If you couldn't find their program, or if their program wasn't running, or if there was some kind of glitch in the system, they would call you up and start yelling and screaming at you. So what I was basically telling people on one of my videos, that, you know, the eBay people, the teammates, the customer service reps, whatever, how you want to classify them, they deal with a lot of BS all day too. And, you know, when a person comes up there and they start yelling and screaming at them, hey, what happened with this, that, and the other thing, you start giving them a hard time, you know, in turn, it could also hurt you too, because whatever power they have that they can correct the problem, you're only adding wood to the fire, and you're going to make it worse for yourself. Be polite, be nice, explain your issues and concerns with them, and they will work with you. I have to honestly say, and again, I'm not an eBay advocate. I don't speak in their behalf. I'm only speaking on my own personal experience with them, with my issues and concerns. And I'd be honest with you, for the most part, out of the times I needed them the most, and, you know, to correct a situation, a problem I had, they were right there for me. Okay, they were right there, you know. And and the same thing with PayPal. You know, not to bring PayPal into the picture, but same thing with PayPal. They did good by me. I can't really complain. So you know, if you have an issue like this here, call them up, find out what's going on, and see what they could do for you. You know, I mean, I feel bad that, you know, I had a situation like that too, where it showed my delivery status. You know, it affected my eBay profile, so to speak. And I called them up and I inquired about that. They said, "Oh no, that's coming off." And the lady was like, "I'm going to take care of it right now for you. I removed it." You know, I was told when you take things off of eBay, let's say you end up listing early, and if it has watches on it, that can affect your account, your eBay account. Okay, so be careful when it comes to things like that. In this case here, that the person had to print out another label, or whatever. I could see that happening, and but then again, you know, you got to be careful. You know, you got to be careful. Try to Take your time when you're processing stuff. I mean, I myself had made errors like that. I wanted to send something out with parcel select, and I ended up sending it out with priority mail. And I had to do the same thing this person did, you know. But I didn't have a problem like that. I mean, as far as that part, that's not what caused my issue. It was something that was done on the buyer's side. That's why they were able to correct it. But if it was with me, believe me, I'd be going through the same thing just like everybody else. I'm not special, you know. But if you have issues like this, contact eBay. And if you can't, here's a little tip. If you can't talk to them, just, you know, you could end the call and call somebody else. I'll tell you why I say that. Because not all the time, and I'm not saying this in a derogative way, to, you know, or saying, you know, anything bad, but I've had situations where I have two different stories from two different teammates. So where one teammate says they can't fix it, another teammate say we can fix it. Okay, so be careful. And you know, like I said again, if you're going to contact eBay's you know, customer service, use diplomacy. And like I said again, you will. I'm sure in most cases they will correct the problem for you. They've done it for me. All right, I might be a top rate seller, but I don't make great big sales for eBay. Like, I'm not like a big money maker. I'm not making thousands upon thousands of dollars every month for eBay. So you know, if anything, you would think that would work. You know, it'd be a little less on me. You know, because I'm a small seller with very little sales. So I don't buy into, like, people say, well, if you were a top rate seller and you made like 5,000 or 10,000 a month, they would treat you different. And absolutely not. I don't buy into that there. At least that's my own personal take on it. But anyway, let's move right along, folks. Well, that concludes the Let's Talk eBay news, if you want to call it that. I got to get used to all the changes going on around here because I got other things in the hopper going on, so to speak. Thinking about a new format to open, you know, a new introductory format. I'm working on that as well. I don't know if that's going to go over, but I hope it works for me. Trying, like, exploring different ideas with my YouTube channel. I know people might just say, "Why don't you just start a new one?" I talked about that in my other video once before. I think it was the one I did yesterday, a couple of weeks back, whatever it was. And to be honest with you guys, I don't want to go through it all over again, starting from scratch, because this is going to be my 917th video or something like that, or 918th, something along that line. I don't want to start another channel. I mean, not right now anyway. I'm trying to build this one up here. So, you know, if you start seeing, for those who are new subscribers and for the existing subscribers, if you see me going through these changes all the time, changing banners, doing new different formats and stuff, try to understand that, you know, I'm toying around with the ideas. I got too much time invested into this YouTube channel right now, this particular one. It's a lot of videos out there, and that's a lot of hours, believe it or not. I know there's people out there that have, I've been on one guy's website, it's got over 12,000 videos. I was like, holy smokes, I couldn't even fathom that many videos. I didn't know if I would live long enough to make that many videos. I'm finding it hard enough to just make 1,000, you know, try to creep up to 1,000 videos. But you know, that's what I'm working on. So yeah, I think going forward, just to share this with you guys, the information with you guys, it's going to be called, you know, whenever we do to eBay, it's going to be that's what it's going to be called. Let's Talk eBay, or Let's Talk eBay News. You know, I'm toying around with different things, folks. I just wanted to share this with you guys too. Last night I was on my YouTube channel, and I was looking at, you know, when you check out your own stuff on there, you look at analytics and stuff like that. I came across one of my, well, not on my videos, but I lost a minus 528 views. I was like, wow, nobody's even watching the videos. And then I'm on other videos that says, is it just me, or maybe somebody, you know, I want to see if anybody else had that. And I noticed everybody, well, the people I follow, I mean, how many users are on YouTube? 2 billion or something like that? I don't know, something like that, I think. I just checked out the few that I usually follow, and everybody else seems like, you know, they were gaining views and stuff like that. And, you know, mine was all minus. It was like minus 528. It's like, wow. So I started, you know, searching around a little, and I started looking at a couple other people I follow on YouTube, and I noticed that some people that I thought were pretty popular, I'm not gonna mention a name. There was one person that is pretty popular. I think so anyway. noted on eBay on YouTube. I looked and I seen on there all red, and those were all people unsubscribing. And this person has, I'm trying to think how many millions of subscribers. I don't know. He has quite a few million subscribers, and I don't like mentioning names. Like I said, I don't. This is not like the Hall of Shame here, but I felt kind of bad, but they lost quite a bit. And I also, I will say this because it was on YouTube, the YouTube website there. I get YouTube news, and they were talking about that guy James Charles. He's got some kind of thing going on with this another YouTube seller, a creator, and I think he lost, what they say, 2 million subscribers or something like that. I think James Charles is one of those people that does makeup or something along that line. I don't really follow these people. I just read it in the YouTube news, and I was like, wow, Now, with my situation, I don't know. So with that in mind, being a curious person I am, I started going on YouTube and said, why do people lose views? Why do they get minus views and stuff like that? And they had different reasons. Something along that line that when YouTube is they're updating the system, it might take out phony views or stuff like that, or people that they felt they weren't true, people viewing your stuff. So when they're refreshing the system, it takes out all the dead wood, so to speak. All I know is when I looked at it last night, I was like, wow. I never really seen a minus. If anything, I'd see a low view count, but it's the first time, me personally, where I had 528 views, like minus. It's like, wow. I'm not saying my site's a popular site, but you would think, like maybe the guy would get more. You did get more, And look, I'm not, I don't have that notoriety like the other YouTube people. I'm trying to gain 1,000 subscribers, which is really super hard. And just to share this information, a lot of people think that, you're going to go into YouTube with the intentions of, making it big, being the next YouTube star. Look, I would love to be a YouTube star. Okay. I love, first off, this is what I really love to do. I did, when I worked at my work field, in the corporate field, I worked in the finance departments. And I did like that job a lot. I loved it. I loved the people I worked with. I loved the job, the benefits, and everything that goes along with it. Fortunately, the company had a layoff, so that's when I started getting heavily into YouTube and eBay. And, to me, it's a passion I always liked. I bought the video equipment. I bought the cameras, stuff like that, the cameras. Back then, I wouldn't buy it now, especially not, trying to do your own business. Believe me, it's not easy. And I just love it. I just love doing it. I want to do some videos, talk about the software I use, how to create, what I use to create my videos. I'm thinking of doing that maybe I might do that next. I don't know. So I got to see how this goes. I got to get rid of this one first. Set this one, edit it out, and put all the special stuff in there, and all the little bells and whistles that go into my videos. As you guys know, I like to do. I always like different backgrounds too. As you notice, I don't know if you look at my videos, you'll see all the different backgrounds I use. I like different backgrounds. I think it spices the picture up rather than just look at it personally. Like right now, if you could see me, it's all white back behind me. Okay, I talked about this before in my other videos. I use natural lighting. I don't have any floodlights around me, fluorescent lights above my head or not. This is all natural lighting. What's behind me is two regular standard side windows behind me. That's it, and the light gets casted in from there. And that's it. It lights the backdrop up. You'd think I had a $500 watt light bulb back behind me. It's not. It's all lit and all white because it's all natural lighting in here. And that's why I like the white screen. And I talked about that in regard to when I did my video about that the other day. I talked about how I like a white screen as opposed to a blue or a green screen. I use Filmora 8.76 version, and the new version, Filmora 9, which is nice. I'm sure it's nice. Got a lot of good stuff with it, I'm sure. The only reason why I don't use it, and I contacted Filmora about it, is because they didn't correct the problem where I could use the white screen. So if they can correct that, I'll be more than happy to move over. I'm going to still keep the 8.76 because I like it. Then I would start using Filmora 9 more often, but they don't seem to be worrying about it. They probably figure, yeah, it's only one guy complaining about it. Who cares? You know, if he doesn't buy or he doesn't use the software, who cares? That's one less person we have to deal with. But, you know, it's kind of foolish because, you know, it worked in 8.76, but the Filmora 9 version, it doesn't work. You can't use the white screen for Filmora 9, only a green and blue screen. And the reason why I don't like green screen, I don't own a blue screen, but the reason I have a green screen, which I bought, well, it's so easy to make a green screen. It sounds like, I got the impression I'm a professional person here. I got it. What I did was I went to Walmart and I bought a green. I shouldn't have bought the whole set. I should just went to the fabric area over there, and I bought myself a whole set of green. You know, it came with this sheet set. So I got 2 sheets, pillowcases with the color green on it and whatever, and I just stitched them together and made it big. And I also made it where if I want to do something like a special effect, like I'm walking somewhere, it drapes down and it goes onto the carpet, you know, to the floor, and you could walk on it too. So if you want to do a special effect, like you're walking around, stuff like that, you could videotape yourself like that. But I don't use it, and the reason why I don't use it is because you need to have the lights on you, and that's why I don't want it. That's why I like a white screen. It's all what do you call it there? It's all natural lighting. You know, there's no shadows behind me. I don't have to worry about shadows because it's all shot in broad daylight. You know, but anyway, listen, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did like this video and you like any of my videos, check them out. Check out my other videos if you get a chance too. You know, I mean, I think you would like some of them I have. I put quite a few out there. You know, I know you're not going to watch all of them, but there are some that you might like. Like I said, I brought some good. This channel, for all intents and purposes, just to share this really quick with you, it's not a channel about one specific thing. So please keep that in mind. You know, somebody was saying, I think the reason why I might be losing subscribers too is because my channel is too diversified. You know, I think what people want to go to is a specific channel that talks about specific items or issues or whatever. So like if this channel was basically on digital photography, maybe I'd get more subscribers coming to it. Because, you know, I know if I want to watch something about digital photography, I'll go to that guy Rich Pasini. He talks about digital photography. But being it's an open forum and I talk about different topics and different issues, that may turn people off. And if I am doing that, if it is turning people off, I apologize. I'm sorry, but I want to keep the reason why I'm doing it that way is because I want to keep the content fresh. Now, for me to do digital photography videos, I can't do reviews on because I can't afford to go out and buy different cameras, and show you what I like and what I don't like about. You know what I'm saying? A versus B. I can't afford to do that. So for me to go out and buy, you know, things, do a video or a channel about digital photography, I can't do it. But I incorporate in here. I talk a little about my digital photography, the stuff I use. I did it before. You know, I'm not a professional photographer, and I'm not a professional videographer. So I'm learning as I go along, and we'll see where it goes from here, right? But you know, I'd love to gain you as a subscriber. I'd like to have more subscribers. I'd love to see my channel grow to over 1,000, maybe even millions. That'd be great. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but hey, one never knows. You know, I tell my daughters in life, you know, just because certain things are set in, you know, they're not. Well, first of all, life is not. Well, certain things ain't set in stone, and you know, you never know what could happen. And as far as like, you know, with a situation like mine or a lot of people that want to become successful on YouTube, you never know. People may say, well, that may never work. Suppose it does work. You know what I'm saying? You can't say for sure. You can't dictate your future. Say, oh, I know for a fact that you're never going to make it on YouTube. How could you tell? How do you know? You know, that's the thing. How do you know? You don't know. You know, you're just assuming, and you know what they say about assuming, right? Okay, so you know, you can't always look at the negativity in things. You know, that's why you gotta take a negative and turn it into a positive, and that's what I'm going to do with this YouTube channel. Good, bad, or indifferent. If I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, that's great. If I don't, that's great as well. I mean, that's fine with me. I'm not going to give up. You know. If I can't hit 1,000 subscribers, at least I can produce 1,000 videos, right? And like people might say, all right, so let's say you do create 1,000 videos. What's that going to do for you? It's not going to do anything for me. It's just something it's a goal I want to achieve. You know, we all have goals in life, you know, things you want to do. Now, people may say that's kind of a stupid or foolish goal. You're worrying about making 1,000 videos. Shouldn't you be concentrating on focusing on making money and stuff? Absolutely. That goes without saying. That's a no-brainer. Of course you're thinking about making more money. Of course I want to make money, but you know, but right now I'm not doing it with YouTube. Whatever residual income I got, it's coming in hopefully in dribs and drabs from eBay, you know. So it takes time, but you can't give up, you know. Quitting, like I tell my kids, quitting is the most easiest thing to do in life. It's staying in the game that's the hardest part. Now, my daughters were going to college and stuff like that. Oh, this is so hard, Dad. This is so hard. I said, you stay focused on your schoolwork and you'll get through it. And they did, you know. They got their degrees. They're done with college. Now they move on to the next phase of their life. And so on. And that's the same thing with the YouTube channel. You do what you got to do. If you feel like you're making mistakes or something's not right on your videos, then go back, correct it. It sounds even crazy, but I heard someone saying something, you should watch your own videos too. I've done that. When I'm doing my editing, even like on this video, I will cut and edit stuff out. If I think it sounds stupid, I'm going to take it out of there. So there may be times this video, let's say I'm shooting this video, it's an hour long. By the time I start doing all of the editing features and cutting out certain parts I don't like, I can shrink it down probably to 45 minutes or to a half hour, depending on what I cut out. You know? So these things happen. And don't forget, you know, try to be natural on it too. My problem is I'm too scripted. I try to be too scripted. Like I try to do it right down to the T. It's like you would think like I'm a big, newsman where I got to have everything just so. And when I come on here, it's got to be just right. You know, I have to have the whole thing, my whole screen, my outline of what I'm going to say in front of me, which I do keep a note, a pen and pad with me, because I like to jot down stuff as I go along, because I'm watching other stuff, other YouTube creators, and I think it's always a good idea to always have a pen and pad around to jot notations down, because they may see something. I know you can always go back to the video, but it's always good to write it down. This way you can always refer to it, you know. That's how I look at it, you know. But anyway, listen, let me let you guys go. I hope you like my videos. If you do, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post new videos out, please don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Pasini signing off. Until next time, bye-bye now.